Hey, what's going on, guys? Tom Trading here, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you guys enjoy this video, hit that like button as well, or go ahead and leave a comment. Anyways, let's go ahead and start talking about what the heck happened yesterday on Doge Day. Again, any of predictions that I make is not financial advice. You guys are just make sure you guys make the right decision and follow the news like everybody else. Having said that, let's go ahead and get over with the bad news first, and then we'll go ahead and head into the good news and what the heck happened exactly yesterday on 420, because I know a lot of people were looking forward to it, including myself. I know I predicted that maybe it was going to hit 50, 60. I did say 70, was a high probability too, maybe like the third best option. 80, 90, even $1 was kind of far-fetched and just kind of reaching out there, even though there's still a high possibility that it will reach $1. But let's go ahead and see what happened exactly yesterday. If I could pull up here. Well, actually, let's go back into Webull and see where we're standing as far as Dogecoin. So there's two channels right now that I'm paying attention to. And that's something that you guys should be paying attention to as well. So if I go here to the 30-minute mark, the bigger triangle right here, or rectangle, I'm sorry, is the bigger consolidation, which is between the support at 30 cents and then the resistance at 34 cents. And that's where we've been since the beginning of the day, at midnight going into today. Pretty much all day yesterday too. Now that I think about it. And then we have this little rectangle here. If we dive in closer, which is the other point of consolidation, it's been bouncing back between that same level of support at 30 and then levels of resistance at 32. Right now it's dipping, which I'm not surprised because it's been doing this. Both rectangles here, both channels of consolidation have been it's kind of not something you want to see as far as where it's trending. You kind of want to see a trend, up a little bit. You kind of don't want to trade it sideways for too long, because and then, I'll show you guys here the reason why. Because if we kind of zoom out and I change, let me see if I could change this to a different outlook. I'll go ahead and switch it back here to give you guys an idea of what the heck is going on. So here we saw this huge bull flag as it started trending upward into the 40s up to the highest 42. But the thing too is, like, if you guys see this is a huge possibility that there's a huge head and shoulder formation here. So here's a shoulder, here's the head, and then we could possibly see a dip all the way down to the level of 26. And then have it shoot straight back up to maybe, 42 again. I mean, especially the way it started, when it started going upwards here from, 14 all the way to, 24 all the way to 40. It did it again, right? Because at that level of resistance, or not resistance, but the level of support here at 24, I mean, it stayed there for a little bit and then it bounced back all the way to 42. So they may be looking for a third run here for that head and shoulders formation. So here's the height, here's the upward trend here, and then it dipped back down and then back up and then back down. So we could see it maybe tomorrow or into Friday, see it pump up before the weekend. So there's a little bit of bad news right there. But there is something to look forward to into Thursday and Friday. But let's go ahead and switch over to the good news, which is, there's still a lot of attention as far as the media goes. And that's always a good thing, right? As soon as the media drops something and as soon as like Dogecoin stops like trending, then we should be worried, right? But so far, the news is talking about it. It's still trending on Twitter sometimes, depending on the time of day. It's still trending on, if you Google Dogecoin, there's still articles coming out as far as Dogecoin goes. So let's go ahead and just see and go over some of the main catalysts here, some of the positivity that's going into Dogecoin. So one of them being the push for Amazon to accept Dogecoin. That's the biggest one right now. If that would ever happen in the near future, and I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or next week or the month after that, But if we do see it in the near future, that for sure will push Dogecoin to a completely different level. I mean, Amazon being one of the biggest distributors in the world, it would be insane. The other one here too is, why you should still kind of hold, because if you sell Dogecoin at this point and you bought high, you're risking losing a lot of money right now. So the best thing, like I said before, because it is doing that head and shoulder formation, is to just wait until Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow and Friday, to see if it'll shoot back up, because it is looking like that might happen into the weekend. So, I mean, a lot of people are holding Dogecoin. I mean, that's the other thing, right? People are still holding. The people who are selling, doesn't seem like that's being the bigger picture here as much as like where it's going to go. And, the people that are holding Dogecoin right now, like where do they think it's going to go in the next 2 days into the weekend? And, that kind of hope, plus, the good news that I'm about to share with you guys right now, and the fact that, it's still well above where it was, a week ago. I mean, what more can you want? The other thing too here is that, like I said, it's still in the news. The fact that it's still in the news and people are talking about it, something that started off as a joke, and then people are here on Bloomberg are talking about it. I mean, that's great news. I mean, that means people, like I said, people are still talking about it. People are still taking it seriously, even though they're saying, it's not something that be taken seriously because of this, because of X factor, whatever the case may be. It's still being something that's being pushed out on the internet. And, anything that stays on the internet right now, even for a day or two, is, if you're lucky, right? And Dogecoin it's been doing that for months now, even though it comes and goes, but it's still doing that. And it's been doing that since the beginning of the week, and especially since last week. The other thing too here, the company Axe, or at least the brand Axe, was also pushing Dogeday, which is something that I missed, caught me by surprise. But they were saying if it gets to $1, we'll make it happen. Dogeday, hashtag Doge 420. And then we're pushing that if, let me see, it says retry error. There we go. There's the picture. But the tweet said if it reached $1, they would make that cent, a reality. Which I don't know if they would. I mean, it would be amazing if they did. I think it would be hilarious. And would it sell out? I think it would. The real question is what it would smell like. Crypto scent? I don't even know what that smells like. I mean, you think they would make it smell like an herb or something, kind of coinciding with 420, considering they put, some of the plants up here on the moon. It's kind of hard to tell, but, some of their scents are pretty, They kind of declined over the years. There's one or two, like Phoenix, and I can't remember the other scent, but that one's pretty much my go-to if I ever do end up buying body spray. But at this point, in my day and age, it's not something I really just go into the store and just say, hey, I need to grab a spray of a bottle of Axe. But I thought that was really funny, and that's something that, again, that's promoting Dogecoin. That was promoting Doge yesterday on 420, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if they keep pushing Doge, because it seems like it pushes a lot of people to. Especially with their marketing. I mean, it pushes a lot of people to go and get Axe, and it pushes people to just kind of stick around and, follow them on Twitter to see what their move is going to be. Same thing as with Snickers. We all knew Snickers was another brand here that was pushing Dogecoin and Dogeday 420. They recently just tweeted something 4 hours ago. Everything is Doge, and Snickers wishing the Doge army a rocket day. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows if they'll push Dogecoin into reality and start shipping, Dogecoin-themed candy bars. Their sister brand, Milky Way, too, that's owned by the same company, Mars, was pushing Doge Day yesterday. They were tweeting that pretty much all of this week. So, I mean, again, another catalyst here. And Slim Jim as well, they were the ones who were pushing it the most. I can't remember the last time I ate a Slim Jim, but a very well-recognized brand. And again, we have to take everything into consideration, all of this here. I mean, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs open. And that's just like scratching the surface, right? That's not including people who are putting in hundreds of thousands of dollars, and holding for that matter. Everybody else who is still riding the trend, everybody else who's still hoping for it to keep going on Thursday and Friday and even into the weekend. But like I said, going into just the analytics here, or just like looking at the data, if I just go back here one more time, I mean, this is where we're standing right here, right? So if I were to give a prediction, another one, again, this is not financial advice. I am not, I'm not from the future. I'm not Marty McFly. I'm not, here from the year 20, whatever, 44 or 25 to kind of cheat the system. But one thing I will say is I'm hoping this will follow this trend here, create another shoulder at some point, like I said, tomorrow or Friday. And then we might see a dip into the weekend again, but who knows? That's pretty much all we can hope for at this point. But, people are holding, people are still hoping. That's always a good thing. The worst thing we could possibly, see is if right here, this huge downward trend, if it would have kept going, then yeah, I would have been panicking. But, it's kind of, bouncing off that level of support like it did over here, and then it went up. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated to see what happens. Thanks again for watching. I am Tom Trading. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you guys next time.